When your child exhibits unusual sexual behaviors, what should parents do with love and understanding? Hello, dear parents. Today, I'd like to share a sensitive yet incredibly important topic in the parenting journey: children's sexual behaviors. I know that just mentioning this can make many parents feel anxious, confused, or even scared. But don't worry, I'll walk you through this in a relatable, heartfelt way, with all the understanding and love that I believe every parent carries. Together, let's explore the key points step by step. First, I want to emphasize that healthy sexual behaviors in children are a very natural part of their growth. There's nothing to be alarmed about, it's simply how they explore the world. But sometimes, children display behaviors that catch parents off guard or make them uneasy. In those moments, it's crucial for us to observe, understand the reasons behind it, and, if necessary, seek help from those with experience. Now, let me dive in deeper so you can picture it more clearly. Healthy sexual behaviors, a natural part of childhood. Dear parents, imagine this. Our kids are growing up every day, curious about everything around them, including their own bodies. Healthy sexual behaviors are actually a part of their developmental journey. It's not just about gender or orientation, it's how they perceive, behave, and learn about consent and safety. These experiences help shape who they are today and who they'll become tomorrow. For example, with little ones, you might notice them exploring their bodies or curiously observing friends their age. By adolescence, they might masturbate in private or start exploring feelings for their peers. It might feel a bit awkward to hear, but honestly, it's perfectly normal. I remember once seeing a friend's young son playfully doing something like that. And I just smiled, thinking, yep, he's growing up. The key is not to panic. Instead, take the time to talk with them. Equip them with the right knowledge so everything unfolds naturally and safely. I believe that when kids understand, they'll know how to protect themselves and respect others. So, stay calm. We just need to walk alongside them. When your child shows unusual sexual behaviors, what should parents watch for? Now, I'd like to touch on something a bit heavier. Sometimes, kids don't just show simple curiosity, they do things that worry us, even scare us. I'll break it down by age group so it's easier to picture, because each stage comes with different signs. For preschoolers, parents of preschoolers are probably familiar with kids curiously touching their private parts. But if they do it constantly, even after you try to redirect them and they don't stop, it's worth paying attention. Or if they invite friends to touch private areas, play with toys in a suggestive humping way on stuffed animals, or deliberately touch unfamiliar adults or peek at others undressing, these go beyond normal curiosity. A friend once told me her son kept sneaking peeks at adults in the bathroom. And she was so flustered, unsure what to do. I just hugged her and said, "Don't be afraid. We'll figure it out together." For kindergarteners, by kindergarten age, if they repeatedly touch their private parts in public despite reminders to stop, that's a red flag. Or if they use crude sexual language and keep going after being told to stop, or deliberately touch friends' private areas, or even insert objects into their own or others' private parts. These things give me chills just thinking about them. I can only imagine how worried and heartbroken I'd feel if my child were in that situation. For elementary school kids, in elementary school, if they fondle themselves in public, enjoy pulling down their pants to show off to friends, or use uncontrolled vulgar language, parents should take note. Some kids even play sexual games with peers, sometimes coercing or enticing others to join. I once heard a story from a teacher about a boy who kept trying to touch classmates, causing chaos in the room. I thought, his parents must be hurting too. For teens, in the teenage years, things get even more complex. If they touch themselves in public, deliberately expose themselves, or use crude language to taunt others, it's time for parents to take it seriously. And if they're watching pornography or spying on others, it really breaks my heart. I once spoke with a mom whose teenage son was caught watching adult films. She cried endlessly, blaming herself for not teaching him better and fearing he'd go down the wrong path. Hearing that, I just wanted to give her a big hug. Why do kids act this way? Dear parents, I know that seeing these behaviors can leave us bewildered, wondering, why is my child like this? But take a deep breath, there's always a reason behind it. Maybe they're sad or struggling to manage their emotions. Maybe they stumbled across something inappropriate online. Or, more painfully, maybe they've been abused, and we didn't know. I once read an expert's post saying that kids don't naturally act strangely. There's always a story behind it. So instead of blaming them or panicking, observe them, talk gently, and if it feels overwhelming, don't hesitate to reach out to a psychologist or specialist. They can help us understand our kids better and find ways to support them through this phase. With love and patience, I believe we can guide them back on track. Dear parents, the parenting journey is never easy, especially when facing sensitive issues like this. But I'm confident that as long as we don't give up, keep listening, and love our kids, we can overcome any challenge. Our children, no matter what, are our greatest treasures. So let's keep trying together, for a happy family and a bright future for them.